you find the sports car in the newest Mazda?
Zoom, zoom, zoom. Ha. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Yeah, zoom, 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 zoom. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
The new 200 horsepower Mazda MPV. Body of a minivan, soul of a sports car.
You already know Mazda has lately been all about adding zoom zoom to their vehicles, a concept we find worthwhile. But now it's time for the zoom zoom treatment for the new MPV, injecting a dose of Miata excitement into the Mazda minivan. This is the new one for 2002, and we're at Mazda Raceway at Laguna Seca to find out if this minivan body really conceals the soul of a sports car.
Where they have made it fairly sporty is in the handling department. They've set up the suspension fairly stiffly. The steering is very responsive. The gain off center is really quite clear and crisp. And to prove it, they put us on that little autocross track across there, and it works remarkably well for a front drive minivan designed to hold 7 people.
And the change under the hood for 2002 is where the new sport really begins. The MPV now gets the 3-liter V6 from the Tribute, making an even 200 horses and 200 pound-feet of torque. Mated to the new 5-speed auto transmission, the MPV now has the power to be out mixing it up on the track or in traffic. And it helps considerably that the MPV is not the biggest of the minivan.
It's a question of physics. I mean, the bigger you make it, sometimes the harder it is to manage.
But in spite of the compact exterior, the interior has all the people and cargo capabilities of the competition, with room for 7 on board. Or start folding with the disappearing rear seat and then pull out the second row, and you've got up to 127 cubic feet of cargo space in what Mazda calls their OptiSpace design. And without losing any of the comforts for driver and passengers. In the LX version, supportive cloth buckets welcome driver and first passenger. The ES trim level makes that leather with a standard 8-way power seat for the driver. Behind the leather-wrapped steering wheel, the driver has clear analog gauges with the 6700 red line on the large tab. For the second row, start with the only roll-down windows in a minivan. That this year also gets the option of electric doors for both sides of the MPV, with controls for the driver and a lockout button if the rear passengers are youngsters. Then there's Mazda's side-sliding center seat to be 2 captain's chairs or a bench seat, take your choice. And behind that, room for 3 more in the disappearing bench seat, with full controls to adjust the heat or air for rear seat passengers. There are cup holders all around and a new flip-up table between the front buckets. All the creature comforts in the minivan tradition. But outside, this Mini says Mazda with the new styling that shows the family resemblance to the MP3 in the front grille and fascia, and with a touch of Protege 5 out back with the Sport Racer taillights. Then add 17-inch mags and 60 series Dunlop ST Sport tires, and you've not only got the look, you've got real sport driving in a minivan.
Coming down into turn 9 here, going about 70 miles an hour, and turning into this apex here, and just like you would in the Speed Vision MP3, drift all the way out to the outside. Car feels very flat, nice straight line braking, and you ask it to turn in, and it does. It doesn't push out on you. Feels very flat and nimble. You know, I think most people buy minivans, you know, to take the kids to soccer practice and, you know, load 7 people up in them. And I think that you're not only going to be able to do all that, but you're going to have fun driving this vehicle. It's fun, it's confidence inspiring.
So what we've got here is the vehicle that could turn around the way we think about minivans. With the zoom zoom styling cues borrowed from the other new products in Mazda's lineup, and with 200 horses and a suspension tuned to handle, the MPV is the first minivan that will paste a grin on your face while you are hauling around all kinds of people and stuff. Yeah, this one works.